What's up, y'all? This is Propel Hitting, and welcome to Drill of the Week. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and Hitting Drill of the Week, where we make success tangible for you and we get excited about it. Okay, so this week, let's set the table for the drill and what we're going to do. Okay, so this week it's really going to be about making sure that our path gets into the zone, so we have a chance to hit all kinds of pitches. Mouthful. Right, so what are we saying? So essentially what we're going to do is this drill is going to set you up to be able to make sure that your path doesn't change too much based on the pitch location, right? So we want it to be consistent, right? So think about your bat path running into the baseball instead of having to be so perfect and thinking that you're going to be able to completely adjust, like, hey, for this pitch I'm going to go a little bit more, right? Like, we got to build into our mind and our body a consistent bat path that runs into baseball, so then our intelligence and our athleticism can take over, which is really what we want to be able to do, because we just want to be able to hit, we want the ball to look like a beach ball, and we want to be able to relax, right? So training a bat path that is consistent and working through the zone all the time frees us up to be intelligent and athletic, which is what we want. Okay, so this is going to hit on that. So let's get started so you can get going and get on a hot streak. Okay, so a lot of times how we train and where we put the ball on the tee is really going to show up in our bat path, right? So like, there's some major league guys that don't use the tee. Reason that they don't use it is because they want their path, they feel more comfortable working on their path and the ball's in the air. Now you don't have to be that, right? I'm showing this on the tee, so like I think it's okay to use the tee, right? So what we're saying is we got to make sure that that path is how it's going to be, and consistently staying through the middle, driving on this highway as long as we can, however you need to think about it, right? So right here, what we're going to try and do is we're going to move the ball in 3 different locations on the plate, on the roadway, right? That's not rocket science, right? But like, what we're going to try and do is we're going to move this ball back here, okay? And then we're going to, as we progress forward a little bit farther out in front, we're going to imagine that we're having to get like what it would take me. So if I'm standing right here, what I'd have to do to get behind this baseball so I can stay inside it and push through, right? Like, what would I have to do to get here? So I'm going to imagine that as I move this ball out here, I'm doing what I had to do to hit this ball to hit that ball. So now, look at that. I've got a bunch of variances there, right? I've got a bunch of ability to adjust even when the pitch isn't perfect, I'm still good, okay? So that's really what the premise is, right? So like, I'm going to hit this ball, right? And then I'm going to move it forward, but I'm going to imagine and I'm going to see this ball back here. What I tell my guys is, as I move this tee forward, right, I want you to look like this ball's here, right? That this ball's here, and you're trying to hit this ball and do what you got to do to get behind this ball that was here, but hit this one, right? Because now as I get behind, now I can extend and finish, right? And get there and then let it finish, as opposed to, right, what happens a lot of times as we hit the ball a little bit more out front, now our path will go and then get in, right, as opposed to being in and staying through, right? Because then, even think about that, we're training different bat paths, which is not a good thing. We want to train the same bat path. Okay, so quick caveat, I do not believe that most people hit the ball right here on purpose. Okay, so if you practice the ball getting way in like this, make sure that you're doing it with a purpose and you know exactly why you're doing it. Very rarely do you see people hit balls back here on purpose, right? They may get beat, but the reason that they're able to hit this ball is they're behind it, right? And you don't see them hitting the ball over there, right? If they do, they're beat. Okay, a lot of times, like, so don't get used to a bat path that's going here to hit this ball to look good for your coach or do this, that, and the other, right? So like, I want to be able, so I'm practicing this because it's uncomfortable for me, right? And I'm practicing being able to get here and still hit this ball back up the middle-ish somewhere, okay? So then I'm uncomfortable here, but I'm making myself get behind and high-fiving the baseball, right, back here, okay, as opposed to screwing up my bat path, right? And then as I move forward, I'm imagining the ball is uncomfortable, and I'm gonna work past that uncomfortable, okay? So you just get to where you normally would be. Like, you can do this post stride or just regular swing, right? So I'm gonna do, like, I've already taken my stride, okay? So I'm here. So see, this is uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable, but I'm gonna work behind this baseball, right? And I'm gonna high five the baseball, okay? Okay, so here's one full speed. Okay. Again, when I land, I want it to be uncomfortable, so I have to work behind hard. Okay, so now I'm gonna move this out a little bit. Still in my mind though, I'm thinking about hitting that ball back here. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this ball by thinking about hitting it here. So I can be here, now I'm behind, and I can work through. See, I'm even gonna look right there. Look, finish through that point. Okay, now I'm gonna move it even farther. Same thing. Okay, I'm gonna hit this ball, but I'm gonna get to this, I'm gonna get behind here and then work, and then keep working. Okay, so I'm looking here, keep working. There, find the ball. Okay, so those balls are going same direction, right, that way. I'm not getting here and going there and braking because I'm getting behind, then I'm being stubborn, and I'm holding through. So how you train your bat path is really important. This will help, right? Another thing you can do is you can raise it up, you can raise it down, do whatever, right? But challenge yourself in your tee routine by doing things like this. This is just to check your barrel path, so we're making sure that we're training it the right way. So go get it.
You just got to get on path with it. So, I mean, it's not about swinging harder, or catching up to it. It's just about having a flatter plane. So after that, I mean, I won't show you everything, but
no,
I go, this is my two-strike approach first. So
okay.
I put it pretty far deep on the outside corner.
So you letting that ball get as deep as possible.
Yeah, so basically
right.
I'll hit it like about here, which is a little late.
Now, one thing I in your game that I see is you're not just hitting the ball left center gap. You're going center, you're going right center. Is that something you just feel like you seeing these pitchers make that adjustment? You got to be able to go right center. You got to be able to go.
No doubt.
Not for a base hit either.
Yeah, no, I think you got to be able to drive an inside pitch to the opposite field too.
Okay.
So I think that's really important is being able to hit the inside pitch without cheating for it, without trying to be earlier.
Right.
You know, because that's tough on recognizing pitches and laying off breaking balls if you're trying to be early. So I work on hitting inside pitches the other way. My two-stroke approach, I start right here, outside, deep. I'll come right across kind of the bottom of the plate, be down the middle deep, and then I'll come in here, inside deep, and I basically, I mean, it's right on my body, and I just, so it'll be like that, except for, yeah.
Nice, without cheating. So, because if that opens up, then obviously that's a foul ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So I'm just trying to keep this at the middle pretty much.
Okay, so that's a great clip from Bo Bichette, just talking about what he does and how he tries to get in here and stay through there, right? You notice how he said, I'm trying to hit this ball back straight, like true contact wise, right? Okay, so that's really just telling you, hey, I'm not just trying to get to the ball and hit it over here, right? I'm trying to get it to where I'm trying to get it to where I'm behind the baseball and then working through that baseball, okay? So we want to create a path, right? I want to create a path that will work through the hitting area, so then when I get pulled or it's not perfect, then my B or my C plus swing still can result in me hitting a ball hard and getting a hit, right? That's what we want to do. That's what this whole, trying to understand the swing, trying to teach it better, trying to formulate different thoughts. That's what it's all about, right? It's just when we have a B minus or C plus or C even C minus swing, to still have an opportunity to get a base hit, to still be able to hit the ball hard, right? So instead of a duck fart that gets caught, now it's a line drive, right? that gets through and maybe has a chance to do things. That's the whole premise of this, right? That's what this drill, right? And that progression is really helping you do, is just create that bat path that's consistent and not in my practice, not just swinging to where the ball is, right? So I would really suggest incorporating this in all the time, right? So if you think your swing is good, then go and check the path, right? Move it back, move it forward, move it up, move it down. I would do that in general all the time, every day when you hit, because it's just really important to be able to incorporate and then check the path, right? That's what I call it, my guys. Hey, check your path, see where you are, work from there, and then make sure you're not just swinging to the ball. Make sure you're not just getting good at going to one area with your swing. We want to make sure that our movements and everything is consistent, and then we know that we're making actual progress on this part. Then we can move that way, okay? So that's really going to help you. Make sure you incorporate it, do it all the time. I'm telling you, absolute game changer. And then like this, comment it, share it, and hit subscribe, because then that allows you to see our stuff first, allows you to stay up with us most, and I get to keep seeing you on these videos, which fires me up and helps me put out better stuff for you. So hit that subscribe so I can keep seeing you.